In this video, you'll be learning about this topic.
So here's what I want to do. I want to start off and I want to hear the story of Blockstream in the founding days when Adam was standing it up, the other key and instrumental people that were there. What time frame are we talking? And most importantly, what was kind of the mission of Blockstream when you guys first started it?
Yeah, so Blockstream was officially founded in 2014, but I think the gestation of it happened probably a year or two earlier than that, just on the Bitcoin Talk forums where Adam and Greg Maxwell, he was the founding CTO. Like they started talking about things like sidechains and how you could scale Bitcoin using this technology. And the founding team was largely Bitcoin developers. A lot of them have since moved on to join sister or related companies like Chaincode. They do a lot of R&D. Basis of Blockstream is really to advance sidechain technologies and to scale Bitcoin. And I would say our company focus is very much privacy-centric. Like we want to enhance privacy for everybody and make Bitcoin more robust. So you can also say we try to augment Bitcoin. So a lot of the projects that we undertake, you've listed it in your agenda, like satellites, wallets, explorers, all these things help to make Bitcoin more antifragile.
So when Adam and Greg were standing it up, they went out and they started pitching to people out in Silicon Valley to raise money, I'm assuming. I just really don't know any of that history. How long did they go through that process? What kind of funding did they secure kind of in those initial rounds? I'm just kind of curious of the size and then how many people were brought in.
Right. So I think the first seed round was 14 million. And then we raised another 50 some odd million. And the total amount of funding right now stands about 91 million. But I think for that time, it was a massive injection in capital in backing Bitcoin development, a time where there was really no support of Bitcoin development. I think MIT was just starting to support some developers like Corey Fields and others. Chaincode was not stood up yet, but it was a very different era back then. And I think some of our investors are really actually hardcore Bitcoiners, but they don't get a lot of airtime on that front. So Reid Hoffman, he was a large seed investor in Blockstream, and he likes Bitcoin. He's a strong believer in Bitcoin, but he doesn't get out that much to talk and advocate for Bitcoin like, say, Michael Saylor does. But a lot of the companies backing us do have a strong belief in this technology and where it can take us.
That's the one guy that I was going to bring up because when I was reading up on Blockstream in the beginning, and I saw Reid was one of the seed investors, is he still taking an active part in really kind of understanding the direction, the strategic direction of where you guys are going? Because you're right, he does not talk about this a lot. He's on CNBC all the time. I don't ever really see him talking about it very much. It surprises me.
Yeah, but he's written a few blog posts, and one of his blog posts, I believe, is hosted on our Blockstream.com site. It's just explaining why he invested in Blockstream early on and what he believes that we can do. But, he still is involved. He sits on our board of directors. He's also on the board of Microsoft and a number of other companies. And I think it'd be cool if he went out Michael Saylor style and started doing a lot of podcasts talking about Bitcoin and advocating for Blockstream too.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know why he isn't more vocal about it, but based on his investment and the fact that he's sitting on the board there, obviously demonstrates. And I mean, this is a guy who's Titan in Silicon Valley, as far as I'm concerned. It's hard to find a bigger name than Reid's. So fascinating stuff.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on the next podcast episode and new investing resources.
What are your takeaways and thoughts on this discussion? Let us know in the comments section below.